Hey everybody, welcome to another model building workshop. I'm Mr. Allen, coming to you from the Smithfield Library here in Providence, part of the Community Libraries of Providence, and we're looking at this kit of the 63 Stingray. This is by AMT and it's 1/32nd scale, so it's kind of a smaller car kit. And while this is marketed to look like an old model kit from days of old, it's actually a fairly new kit. Let's see if I have a date on this, but I knew it was fairly recent. Okay, yeah, 2018. So it's a fairly new kit, even though it's got this cool vintage box. And there's a bunch to this set, and there's some really fun vehicles out there. 32nd scale has its pros and cons. I happen to like it because it's a nice size. Because 1/25th and some of the other ones, they're a little big and they're more detailed, but 32nd offers, you know, kind of a fun little project. And I'm finding that they work out pretty well for youth. We did a bunch of these with the teens, and as you can see, the teens did a pretty good job with them. So this is just the kit here, and I'll show you some more close-ups on that afterwards. But it gives you the overall feel of the 63 Stingray, doesn't it? We did not get onto the painting, unfortunately. That would be next. And what I've done, I've gone online and I'm showing the teens that the different ways, different types of interior colors you could use. Although at this point they've already built them, so it's kind of going to be a white interior. But there are some classic colors, classic looks to it. You know, the black with the red interior. And then this array of different colors. So there's a lot of fun options you could do with this. And the kit does come with decals as well, so you can do racing. So I try to dig into the box here. The decal sheet seems kind of stuck with the bottom of the box. But it gives you a pretty good list of marking options, which is fantastic. Got some stripes, a couple of circles you could use to put the numbers in. You got blue, you got red, a few racing endorsement stickers. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. So, let me give you a look at the instructions and the parts that come with this. The instructions are pretty basic, and there's no engine involved, and there's not much for a frame, so some of the detail that you'd be used to in a larger car kit is kind of passed by in these smaller ones. So for a real model builder that likes a meaty project, this is not that. But this is a fun one to do for something simple, and if you just like painting, it's a great one to paint and do that with. So I'm showing you what I mean. So I'm working on one with the classic black with red interior. So this is how I'm putting it together. And you have the chassis is basically just one piece here. And there's like the interior. There's not a whole lot to the kit, really. There's a lot of detail you could try to pick out on the dash if you wanted to. The wheels are really basic. That's one of the downsides, I would say, to the kit. The wheels aren't not terribly good. But it's a matter, you know, you can almost pop it together. So you just drop that there, and then this kind of comes down like so. There's not much to the assembly. And there's a lot of chromed pieces. Good and bad, depending on how you feel about chrome pieces. There's a small set of that. It's a very quick build, and like I said, the teens had them done pretty quickly. Now I happen to like the 35th and 32nd scale stuff because I tend to work with figures, you know, in the 35th range and 32nd range. So you can do a lot with these kits if you want to do, say, a diorama or something, because it's to scale, so you could do a lot with that. So I think it's kind of cool. So again, here it is, the finished product. So I would say these AMT 1/32nd scale kits are pretty fun and handy for kids. Not too hard to build, or if you just want something for a quick project that you can get done pretty much in a day, maybe 2 if you want to let the paint dry. But I think they're good fun, and I'm looking forward to trying other kits in this range. So that's our quick look today at a model kit and looking at these 32nd scale cars. And one thing I must say was really funny when I was working with teens on these cars. It's just fun how different generations look at things differently, because, you know, I think this is one of the coolest cars ever made. I think it's a beautiful car, the '63 Stingray. But it was interesting listening to teenage boys going, "Can't we build a cool looking car? This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen." You never know, to each his own, right? But they, a couple of these teenage boys could not grasp, it's ugly. I've never heard that before. Okay, I'm going to show you some pictures of some of these other cars that these people have built, and we'll catch you next time on the next model building workshop. So we're going to look at some other pictures rather soon here.